So we did talk about the parking lot placement in City Skylines before. So what we can do, of course, is grab one of these roads, get our parking lot and rotate it 90 degrees, and then take out the road again, and we are left with this. Now this is cool on itself, but it is kind of bland. So what you can do, really amazing, if you have the ROJ Content Creator Pack, Railroads of Japan, if you have it, grab the parking gate, and look at that. You can place that in here. There we go. Now also grab the restroom from the ROJ public restrooms. Don't worry, this will not function as a restroom, but more as a bit of an administrative building to the parking lot. It doesn't really say, well, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. And yeah, then what we can do is grab our little fence. Let's go with a suburban fence here. And what we've essentially done is transform this parking lot into a super hyper realistic parking lot with a building in the back here, and also the this little gate here. I think that is really amazing. It is looking really good. And of course you can take this to the next step. You can grab your fence also here and simply, you know, come in here, enclose that parking lot so it looks a bit cleaner. You can come in with trees, of course. Well, it's like my favorite thing to do, and decorate this up, and voila, we have an amazing parking lot. Really amazing stuff for decorations. If you know me, by now you probably know that my favorite prop in the game is probably the Bollards from the Plazas and Promenades DLC. I love using Bollards on roadside for safety reasons, of course. You can also come in here, ties in with the last point of the parking lot, and just make that for, again, more safety for your citizens. I mean, obviously we are playing a game here, but still you can use that and place that for safety reasons. You can also come in here on the parking lot on this side, scooch those up a bit closer together. It's just one of my favorite props. I also love to use the bollards around playgrounds. Now, obviously you have to be aware of the barrier here, but that's not a problem. You can find that, and you can scooch in there pretty far. And also just for some safety for the kids that are playing in the playground, we can add some bollards. You can use fences, barriers, hedges, whatever you like. I just love using the bollards. Obviously, if we could go modded, if we had prop line tool, or the line tool, I think it's just called, this would be a much easier task, but it's actually fine. This is just to showcase what I like to do with these bollards. Obviously, making this, it could be a bit cleaner, yes, but you get the idea. It is for safety reasons. It is probably my favorite prop. I love to use this prop on a parking lot because I do feel like it's, from a realism standpoint, it makes so much sense that cars wouldn't drive over the parking spot. I love to do these decorations. Really amazing stuff. Another thing I love to do if we have open spaces and we're not 100% sure what we want to place down. If we have Park Life DLC, we have a bunch of amazing tiles, decals to place down. So sometimes what I love to do is grab me, usually I think this is the zoo, yeah, the zoo ground tiles. Place like 4 of these. Great. Now come in here, grab the hedge, which should be base game if I am not mistaken. Draw that all around. Great. Now come in here again. Search for either table, or you can search for bench. I like to search for bench as well. And you can go with, from Park Life, a park bench, you can go with the bench from the base game. This is the base game bench right here. But what I love to do, again, amusement park from Park Life DLC, is something like this, a seating arrangement that has some sort of a decoration in there as well. And you can just place these on these tiles, go for like 6, 9 of these benches. And yeah, look at that. That looks amazing. Now you can go wild with this. You can top it off with some more props. You can search for some trash cans, and you can place some trash cans in here. You can search for umbrellas. We have I think that's a base game umbrella. I'm not sure. So I think we're just going to use that because I think it's a base game. Trying not to use as many DLCs, although, well, I mean, I have all DLCs and content creator packs. But yeah, the basic idea is just to create these little areas that just look cool, that make your city just feel so much more alive. I really love to do this. All right, coming back into open areas, and if we have the countryside content creator pack, this one is an amazing content creator pack. We have these asphalt paths, and what I love to do with these, turn those a bit, make them straight, line them up to get a bit of a path going, just a few, or you can use this path as well. What is that called? The gravel path. You can choose which one looks better, of course. I like the double up line here, so that looks kind of cool. Then you can go to asphalt cracked. I like to use that. I'm just going to build 2 things here. I don't know why.
Okay.
Then go and search for either the windmill. Place that down here. So we can't put it directly in the middle because the game won't let me do that. The space is already occupied. Or we could go with a bit of a water tank in here and place that like that. Now, what I love to do here, because it looks good like that, but also the asphalt looks kind of a bit odd. So the asphalt does look too square, like too perfect in shape. And just place some bushes around that. And that's how you can create a bit of a farm vibe in your open areas. This is how it can also look here. I put down the pedestrian paths. I've encased the cracked asphalt in a fence, and just put some of these towers here, these silos, create a bit of a farm area in here. Really unique visuals. I love that so much. Countryside Content Creator Pack, a really good creator pack for decorating, detailing like a professional in City Skylines. Okay, what I also love to do at times is get my pedestrian walking path, get the dirt path, draw a bit of a stretch right here, and then go back into the props, and we have some amazing props. Pavilion, probably next to Bollards, one of my favorite props in the game, but we also have these cool playground assets right here, or these cool playground props, and I just love to create my own custom little playground. Get a seesaw going. Now, obviously you can't build on the path, but we can build pretty close to the path. And I think that is amazing. And that is really, really fun. Like, we can put 2 of the swing sets in here. I mean, why not, right? Maybe, no, come on, let's put 4. Let's put 4. 2 of these, 2 of these. Great stuff. And now to top it off, we're going to go to the bench. This is, again, a base game, a bench, no DLC needed for this. And also no DLC needed for the playground stuff, by the way. That is base game as well. If I'm not mistaken, it could be like After Dark, something, one of the super early DLCs. I'm not super sure. Okay, so some benches for the parents, looking really great. Of course, when the kids are playing, we want them to have shade. So depending on where or how the sun falls, put in some shade. Amazing stuff. Okay, and since we have a road here, once again, my favorite prop in the game for cases like this. Now, this really is amazing because you can actually put it onto the pedestrian path, and it is just for safety. So no cars can drive through here on accident. It is really safe here for the kids. What you could do, of course, turn off all snapping, get a fence going right here. Maybe a nice, cozy little farm fence in here. Just like that, to give it a bit more, it's a bit more enclosed here. So we don't want the kids free roaming too much in the playground. Am I right? All right, next up, once again, we will need the tiles from before when we type them in the search bar. I love to go with the park tiles for a little bit of a food court, food waiting area in here. Get some different shapes going. If you like to do that, grab your fence. Let's just stick with the farm fence because why not? There we go. Place that in here. Search back in the park tab. If you search for food, you will have food stall 1, which is really great. It is yakisoba noodles. I mean, who doesn't like that, right? Get a soda cart in here, and maybe somebody drew their van in here. Amazing. We also have ice cream. So we also have an ice cream truck. I mean, why? Come on. Ice cream truck, food truck, soda, yakisoba noodles. Let's go. And here we can also work with some tables again. We have the zoo table, we have the park table right here. I think this one seems pretty realistic for an area like this, where you have multiple seating arrangements for people. Great stuff right here. Maybe we can scooch one in here as well. And don't forget some trash cans. Let's go for the nice round one here. Well, maybe not. Next to the yakisoba and the soda stand. And maybe we'll have one in here. And this guy is just really good at backing into a space or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's also how you can spice up open little areas here. Put down a small little food court outside. I think this looks really great. If you add these little areas to your city, it just spices it up. It brings life to your city. It makes them feel more unique, more alive. Super amazing stuff. So what happens if we have some open space in these areas? Now, of course, if you just put down a walking path, you could do that. You can just come in here, you can connect that, and maybe somebody will use it. But what we can also do here is create a little offshoot here. There we go. That looks kind of cool. Maybe another one. Sure, why not? And come back to one of my favorite props in the game, the pavilion right here. Now, I love this prop so much. It looks really good. And now we can spice it up with a bit of color. Go to the rhododendron. Maybe do something like this. Maybe something like this. Some rhododendron bushes in here. So we also have these flower beds, and you can also use those to create, something a little bit unique. Just make it look nice. Obviously, if you're into these kind of things, this is micro detailing. No real need in the game to do that, other than I think it just makes areas look way more alive than they already are. And that is a good thing, in my opinion. Put down some more trees. And if you really want people to visit the pavilion, I'm not going to overstretch this because I've said it multiple times. Use the walking tours that come with Park Life DLC. Put points of interest and complete the line. There we go. And then people will start walking, and they will also visit the pavilions here as a point of interest. Great, amazing stuff. Make these areas more alive. If you want that, if you have the patience for it, I do think it makes all the difference, though, if we take a bit of time and just spice up certain areas in our city. I also like to create some waiting areas near my public transportation stops, be it bus stops or metro stops, monorail, whatever. What I love to do, once again, come into the park tab and search for tile. Now, we can come in and get a different tile than we just did before. So let's grab the nature reserve, that's the nature reserve ground tile, and place that. So I just like to place these little waiting areas in my city as well. Now, for here, we can come in with a fence. We could get a different type of fence. Let's go with the regular fence. Let's see how it looks in terms of, that's a heavy fence though. Doesn't look too good. Not a problem. Nature reserve, zoo. Let's go with the forestry fence. And now I like to come in here, search for container, and we can find some recycling containers. And just get all 4 types in here and get a bit of a waiting area, basically. So you come out the subway, you have a spot to throw your trash away. We can come back in, search for tables again. We can maybe go with the mid-century modern. So the mid-century modern, it is a metal table, but it has an umbrella, which is kind of cool. So we can just place down a bunch of these. And the cool thing is they actually change color whenever you place them. So it gets even more variety going, which I love a lot. Oh, these are all blue. Now, why are these all blue? And a yellow one. Nice. Just for some variety. And to top it all off, we do want some shade in here. So let's plant some trees as well. And voila. We have now successfully created a waiting area for the citizens with some recycling containers. I mean, of course, the citizens in game will not use this area, but that's not a big problem. I just think it looks amazing. And that's what it's all about. Decorating areas, getting more life into your city than there already is. I love to do this so much. So in City Skylines, we sometimes have, well, roundabouts, because roundabouts work pretty good for traffic, and they're just really cool to look at, in my opinion. These are great, but we can definitely do better in terms of decorating. Now we have this cool statue in base game, the rider statue, and we can place that inside of the roundabout. Very, very amazing. Then come in here, grab whatever prop you like. If you want to place some trees outside, if you want to place some bushes outside. One thing to note here is that it will potentially try to upgrade the road if there are big roads. Here, see, so I can't place anything here because it wants me to upgrade, or it wants to upgrade this this road. Not a problem. Pause the game, upgrade this to a small road, place your bushes right here. Or downgrade, not upgrade, I guess I should say, because that's something annoying. And then come back to your big roads. Which one was it, with the grass median? And that's how we do that. You can now hit play again. Then grab a different tree or bush or whatever you would like to place and create a smaller ring around the statue. Okay, nice. And if we want to top it all off, we can go with some shrubbery. We have these small ones, but we also have the vegetation. And yeah, we can use this one. That's pretty rough, pretty heavy though. Just for some more realism, we can place these. I also do a bit of a right-click drag every time before I place one, just to get it to rotate. Or you can just right-click once. No need to drag, just to give it a different direction so it doesn't all look unified as much, because we do want some variety, and that variety is the spice of life. And voila, it looks amazing. Now we can come in here even with some of these stones as well, and we can place some in between these trees here. Boom. And that makes all the difference, in my opinion. Now, you don't have to use the rider statue, of course. You can use water towers and different trees. You can use a fire watchtower and add even more color and variety to your roundabouts. So yeah, this is really amazing stuff. One thing I'm never too fond of in City Skylines is the visuals of industry areas. However, there is a way to even decorate those. So first of all, what I love here is the catenaries, the rails from the tram running through here. Looks very industrial-ish? I don't know. However, what I wanted to say, how I decorate industry areas is simply by adding power lines, because I feel that is an amazing industrial vibe, industrial look for the area. And again, if you have the Countryside Content Creator Pack, I think it's the Countryside, yeah, you have these plastic tanks, which are usually for farm stuff, but they also work great in industry areas. We have these fuel tanks as well. Water tanks right here. Look at this. This looks really good. Okay, this is too big for underneath the power lines, but you see what I'm going for here. We can have wall pieces even. Like, look at that. Might be a bit too far out, but amazing wall pieces, water tanks, towers, fuel tanks, these little tanks. There's also little boxes, I believe, in here. Right there. Look at that. Maybe somebody just dumped all that stuff here, right? Cracked asphalt. Asphalt? Sorry. Maybe in here. Now, I realize this might be a bit difficult to do on console, simply because of the snapping of these tiles, of these props. But look at this. I mean, you can snap these to one another. You don't have to overlap them. And if you make that straight and not in a rush like me, because I'm trying to not make these points too long for you all to watch, you can really create some unique little areas in your industry and decorate your industrial areas. Another thing I love to do in open areas is create some unique rock formation and decorate them with trees, with bushes, with tall grass clusters. There we go. And some shrubbery. The shrubbery is already in these rock formations, which is amazing. And if we go all around here, let's make that area a tad bit bigger, the rock formation itself. There we go. Now grab some of the trees, maybe, or whichever tree we like. Let's go with the chestnut tree. Put some of those in here, ever so gently. No need for a lot, right? Grab some tall grass clusters. and add those in here. You can go real close on some of these, and it actually looks pretty good in my opinion. Maybe some bushes, although you don't really see those in the shrubbery here. But yeah, the tall grass cluster, definitely something good to use for these rock formations. It gives a bit of an overgrown, hedgy vibe, and I really like that. And I do think it looks great in open areas. So if you don't know what to do, place some rock formations, get some shrubbery going, and some trees, and some grass clusters. Really cool stuff. Okay, so sometimes in city skylines we also have these beach areas, and what is really cool here is from the mid-century modern, again, we can use the sunbed chairs. And the great thing is here, every time you place one, you get a different color. Get a different kind of chair going, turn them ever so gently every now and again. Then grab the umbrella, also from mid-century modern. Place these guys in here, and voila, you have created yourself a little beach area. So mid-century modern is great for that. Now, if you want some action in here, once again, grab your path right here. And if you place that right, or if you place that here, so if you add the walking tours like this, you can make this area even more alive with tourists visiting the points of interest. Okay, you obviously have to be aware of where the water is going if there ever is like a bit of a high tide, but it's actually fine. The point is you can create some cool little beach areas in your city and city skylines. Okay, and before we end things off, a bit of a bonus tip here. If we have a walking path and it is really close to buildings, I mean, these are shops, but you can also build that really close to residential areas. And if you grab your fence, you can actually turn off on snapping, and you can actually sneak in between here without destroying the building, without destroying the walking path, and make it seem as though if pedestrians walk here, they can't just hop on over to the property of this building right here. So yeah, be very sneaky with your fences. That's a bonus tip. And another bonus tip involves a tree, because once you place a tree down, you will have these brown spots for your trees. Now, they are kind of annoying at times, and what I sometimes like to do is grab one of these shrubs, get some vegetation going, just place that here, because you can scooch those in here pretty good, and the brown patch obviously disappears. It doesn't disappear, but it's invisible to the naked eye, so to speak. And last but not least, what I love to do sometimes on these walking paths, just to give them an extra bit of realism, is come in here, get a bench, and just put those next to or alongside the walking path, just for some realism. Now you can space those out properly, and I do think it makes a world of difference if there's some seating arrangements next to the walking paths in city skylines. And that about does it for this episode. Before we end things off, I want to give a quick but huge shout out to all my YouTube members. Thank you so much for the support. It really means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Special shout outs go to Serhi the Guy, John Penn 1013, Call Chris Ross, Matty Valdes 12, Zexanal, Jason Wild 4704, Pulatau, and J to the Gin 3952. Thank you so much for going above and beyond with the support. I really appreciate it. And now, if you're in the mood for some chill city building, highly recommend Kings Peak, our city skyline series where we build a city from start to finish. Check out the playlist right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and please stay safe out there. Bye bye now.